Hello, my friends. Lindsay Duff here. It's been quite some time, so I just wanted to come and see you to your faces. It is Monday, June 21st, 2021. I'm Lindsay Duff, and this is Responsible Day Trading. I know it's been a while, guys. We have a lot of things that have been going on. I'm probably going to make a video here really soon, just kind of discussing all the changes we've made to the website, some tax things that we're doing, some things that we're doing to translate this stuff. So we'll definitely go a little bit deeper into that later on. But for now, I just wanted to come to you, say hello, do Monday's review with a video. So I hope everybody's having an excellent day. I miss y'all. I'll be back definitely sometime after the summer. I have a lot of things planned that's going to keep me away. So let's get this party started. Hello, good morning, everybody. Lindsay Duff here. I just wanted to come to y'all and talk to you a little bit today because I've got a lot that I want to mention that I think it's going to take a novel to write out. So I figured we just chat about it a little bit. First thing we want to talk about is news. So let's go and check out the market news. We've got a few things. You only really need to worry about these if you're trading during this time or if you have any rules around not trading during news. And just knowing that these high impact news, and you can see this is high volatility, knowing that these high impact news may move the market a little bit crazy during that time. So it's just great to be aware of it. It doesn't mean that you're going to have to be out during it unless you're with a prop firm that requires you to be out. Profit Trader does not require you to be out of it. All right, so let's check out the 28,657, which is a pretty large chart, right? We don't necessarily use this to trade throughout the day. We just use it to look at what the overall is telling us. Now we can look at what happened last week and we can see that the MACDs led lower, price led higher, gave us a nice, beautiful reversal bar at this high right up in here. And you notice I don't always put it at the very peak of the high. It's more closer to the close where I'm looking at, because this to me is just like that last little reach and then boom, it pushes to the downside. So what happened? It pushed the price down really, really hard, and now it is trying to work its way back up. You can see the MACDs are pushing really, really, really hard to the upside, but we've got the EMAs opening up to the downside, so it might be a little bit of a difficulty. But I do want to talk about this area right in here, and we're going to look at it on the daily chart in just a moment. So we can see a very similar look to what's happening right now. And what we may see is another bit of a W pivot to push it back up if it's going to continue up. But let's take a peek at that daily chart really quick. So what I wanted to look at in the daily chart is, man, look at how the price just kept pushing up. We had another big divergence. We talked about this area right here. If the MACDs really pushed back above that Bollinger Band, then I was going to anticipate it to continue up. But it could never really push back above it. It just kind of hung out right at that area, really struggling. I mean, it did get back above it for just a moment. But look at what strength looks like. Strength looks like when we pull away and really separate and make the distance between the BBs, and this is a very, very weak move up, which did not hold. We got a nice little reversal bar right up in here, right at this point, and then boom, it pushed to the downside. So we see the BBs outside of the Bollinger Bands, or we see the dots outside of the Bollinger Bands with a lot of strength. Now we've seen that happen right in here, and I'll put some circles around these areas, right in here, right in here, right in here. So strength pushing to the downside doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to continue, but it's taking us down towards those areas where we're expecting it to push back up. Now you can see what happened these last few times in February and March and back here in May when it pulled down to those areas. What happens? It gives us a nice reversal bar and then boom, pushes back up. Is that what I'm anticipating today? Maybe just a little bit. Looks almost exactly like this one right in here. You can see the way it closed down hard here, made a flag, and pushed back up. Well, we're seeing that same little look happening right in here. pushing down, looking to push back to the upside. So what happens then is we may see this come back up with the BBs being outside of the Bollinger Bands. We really need a bit of a slowdown and starting to get inside, kind of like it does here, in order to push up. So we may see this push down further towards the 0 line. Heck, this may be the one that changes it and pushes it down even further towards the next EMA. I don't try and anticipate where it's going to go fully. I just get an idea, and if it changes, I don't want to hold on to that idea for too long, because if it changes, I don't want to be stuck in the mindset that this must be going up when it's really trying to continue down. So if I move over to my trading chart, which is my 1597, we still have a little bit of anticipations of this pushing to the upside. We made a nice big deep V pivot, which we saw on the 28,657. Nice big V pivot. It's pulled back into EMAs that are strong to the upside. MACDs are sitting at the 0 line. So this has a potential to push back up. So even though we made this big move to the downside, we want to be aware of what we can see for the future. Now, we made a giant move down, a nice big V pivot, and it looks like it's trying to attempt to push back up. So we'll just really need to stay aware. Definitely don't want to try and force the market to do anything. We just want to listen, pay attention, be in the moment with it. I don't know how much I'm going to trade this week. I'm heading to Vegas very soon, and my mind is probably already there. So, and I have a lot to take care of before then. All right, guys. So that's pretty much it, talking about what we're looking for this week. We had a big push to the downside, huge push to the downside, but right now it's trying to show us the potential for more up. I would really pay attention to these areas. Don't try and force anything, just listen to what it has to say and stay on the correct side of things. All right, so that's going to wrap it up. I hope that everybody has an excellent week. Remember, just pay attention to what it's saying. Stay on the right side of things. Don't try and fight it. Don't try and make the market do what you want it to do. Just listen to what it has to say. And if you really don't know what's going on, stay out of it. Just stay out, watch it, and wait till you feel much more comfortable taking a trade. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up. I hope that everybody has a wonderful week. And as always, you know that I look forward to catching you on the profitable side.